Hey you guys, it's your girl, Mystic Soul Sister, here to help align you with the universe to live your best life. So today I'm going to talk about some cool stuff. It's been a while. The last few videos I've done have been very, kind of heavy, more reflective of the energy that's going on right now. But I do want to go ahead and celebrate the opening of my Etsy shop, Mystic Soul Body. I'm very excited. I'm going to be selling intention oils, bath salts, jewelry, necklaces, earrings, all those types of things, all set with intentions charged by loving, healing energy, and set for any intentions or rituals that you may need. They are body oils, good for your head to your toe, as well as good for any magic spells or rituals that you need for your spiritual needs. So make sure that you guys check that out. Link is going to be down in the description box below. And yeah, that's some cool things that are going to be added to it soon. Like we got the charm necklaces that's going to be coming. And then also the charm earrings. So you'll be able to use them interchangeably and use different charms on different pieces of jewelry. And yeah, so make sure that you guys are following and keep up with all of that new news. And as well as go ahead and make sure that you are following this YouTube channel to always get notified whenever I post new videos, talk about new stuff. I'm going to be talking a lot, you guys. The reason why I haven't had a video up in a while is because I'm doing a lot of research right now on a series of videos or blogs or things that I want to talk about. I'm working on a project about how the universe fits in us and how we fit in the universe. It's a lot of things, very heavy topic. I've been reading the Bible. I've been reading into the Luciferian religion, or all that stuff. I'm all over the place, you guys, but I'm doing this because knowledge is power, and right now we are having a great awakening because of all this information that we are all being flooded with. So I'm just doing my part, making sure I'm organizing my ideas and really just trying to make sure that I'm doing my part as a light worker on this earth, and helping as many people as possible see the whole picture and help them down their spiritual paths. As always, you guys, if you are currently going through your spiritual awakening, or maybe you're just feeling supercharged, you're having a lot of energy, can't sleep, whatever the case may be, make sure that you guys can always hit me up. I'm always available. First of all, for chatting. I know that a lot of people can't get out of their houses and can't talk to people about this stuff right now. My emails are always open for conversation, questions, comments, concerns. Follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm always on there interacting and talking and all that stuff because I love sharing my ideas and I love hearing you guys' ideas and questions as well. So make sure you do that. And also, I do tarot readings. So you can go to the Etsy shop, purchase a reading, or you can go to my website and book one there with me if you just need to kind of have some guidance and figure things out. Kind of what's going on right now, because the energy it's wild. So, topic of the day is I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about kind of a couple of things. So, first, I have been seeing some videos lately that have been really kind of correlating the benefits or non-benefits of smoking marijuana during your spiritual journey. So when I first started my journey, and you can watch some of my other videos, I talk a little bit about it, but I was a heavy smoker, a very habitual smoker. I smoked out of habit. I smoked because I knew that was the time that I would smoke. And when I started my spiritual journey, I kind of said that I wasn't going to let that affect it. And I had quit smoking for like 2.5 months, no problem, just easy. It was no problem for me during the beginning of my journey because I was so focused on learning as much as possible about my new spiritual self. So it was easy. But then, once you kind of get settled back in, the newness wears off. I would pick back up on that habit pretty heavily, more than I would want to. And then I started telling myself, I would find a healthy relationship with it because I wasn't really ready to eliminate it altogether. And so I knew that if I was going to find a healthier relationship with it, that meant finding other avenues to deal with my anxiety and my night terrors that I would have at night, because that was my main reasons why I smoked, at least at night, because I would have night terrors or bad dreams, or I have a lot of things that go on when I'm sleeping. And so I knew that if I was going to try to limit myself, I wanted to try to find an alternative. And although sometimes replacing one habit with something else isn't good, in my case, I have been able to replace one thing with something else in order to lessen my dependency. And I will explain what that is for marijuana. So I did my research. I wanted to find something that was a natural herb that I would be able to. First, I was looking for something that I could smoke because I do like the sensation of smoking. So I wanted something that I could smoke, put in my pipe or my bong or whatever, and smoke. That would be a healthy alternative to weed or tobacco. And then I came across this plant, and it is the blue lotus or the blue lily. It is the Nymphaea Caravula. I will put that in the description box. I got this from Etsy, and what it is that it is a flower that's been used for thousands of years. I think the Egyptians used it pretty regularly and ritually when they would try to do lucid dreaming. So it was very connected to the dream world, very connected to relaxation, and as well as like for sleep deprivation. So if you had trouble sleeping, insomnia or something like that, this would be something that you would have. And you can drink it in a tea. So I have like a tea strainer that I just stuck the flowers into it. I also have done that, and I grind it up first, and then I put some in there. Or you can smoke it, and it's the same thing. You would just kind of break it up and grind it up and roll it in a blunt or a joint or whatever, or put it in. I smoke mine in a bong. And this is just kind of like how the flower looks. It's all broken apart, but it's all leaves normally. This is a bag I've had for a while now. But that's more of a whole piece there for you. But really, so when I first got it, I was a little weary because I was like, well, obviously, I got this from Etsy. I didn't have to be over a certain age, even though I think it is illegal in certain countries. So make sure you do your research. And I will put the exact name in there because there are two very similar kind. But, I wasn't expecting to get like lit, high off of it. I was just kind of expecting, if most of anything, just kind of like a little drowsy type of thing. The first couple times I used it, I drank it as tea, and I did that, but I was like smoking at the same time already, so I didn't really notice the effects any different from when I would normally go to sleep. But then when I had did some time when I was sometime a break from smoking weed, I was using just this, and I was drinking it as the tea. And I was very surprised. It goes down really easy. It smells almost like potatoes, but I just put just a little bit of sugar, honey in mine, a little bit of lemon, and it tastes really nice, but it almost smells like potatoes or something. It has a very vegetable type of smell, very interesting, and it turns almost like a bluish, purplish tint. Um, it's very good though. I love drinking it. It's very nice to drink. And I started feeling kind of woozy, a little drowsy, a little bit, and then a little woozy, almost kind of like those first couple puffs when you smoke, and it was hitting me like that too. I felt almost like I was high a little bit, and I was like, yo, that was kind of crazy. And I went to sleep, no problem. I didn't have any night terrors or anything. I didn't have any anxiety going to sleep, nothing like that. And so I thought that was very interesting. And then I drank the tea again, same effect. And then I tried smoking it out of my bong, and it was the same thing. It hits kind of dry, smoking it out of the bong. So I do have another herbal smoking blend that has like hibiscus and rose and just a couple of other herbs that I smoke. I like to mix it in there because it burns really kind of dry, at least for me in the bong. So I would probably suggest rolling it in either some papers or like a blunt or something. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about this tea because I think it's a great alternative to smoking weed. And like I said, I don't have a problem with weed. I love weed. I think it has a place in our lives recreationally and medicinally. But I have noticed that weed definitely hinders my spirituality practice. I get lazy. I want to sit and just chill. And sometimes that's great. But sometimes I need to get shit done. And I can't do that if I'm smoking all the time. A lot of people kind of correlate smoking weed to your vibrations as well. And it's not that weed doesn't necessarily, this is just my opinion, weed doesn't necessarily lower your vibrations. But if you are surpassed weed, if you have, because, everything vibrates on a certain level. And just like enlightenment is at top and hate and evil is on the bottom, weed would be somewhere near the top, but not quite, you're not going to be able to quite be enlightened because weed is a plant. It's very grounding. It brings our energy. I guess that does lower your vibes. So yeah, it brings your energy down a lot. And so when you're trying to, become enlightened, which is become light, when you're trying to raise your vibrations and get out of this 3D construct in this physical form and enlighten yourself and see the whole picture, you're not going to be able to do that with weed. And I'm not saying you're going to like be able to always do that with something like this, but this isn't going to give you the disorientation. This isn't going to give you the what's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to have the habitual. It's not going to give you the same sort of effects as marijuana would, as far as being intoxicated. As far as being intoxicated, you would drink this or smoke it at night when it's time to go to sleep, if you have trouble with sleeping or something like that. And that's why I use it. And I've had this bag for like 4 months or so, and I was drinking it pretty regularly for like a month, and probably not a month, probably a couple weeks. I was drinking it pretty regularly, and like I said, a little bit goes a lot away. And I think this bag was like $10, and it's a whole flower worth. It's it's like it's 1 whole ounce. So I love it. I think it's great. I think more people should use this as an alternative, at least if you want to take a break from weed or whatever you may want to do. But I think this is a great alternative. So yeah, you guys, that's it for me. I already talked about all of the shop stuff. Make sure that you go over on Etsy and follow it, because these charm necklaces, they're about to be on the shop really soon. And I know they're going to go pretty quick. And so make sure that you go ahead and follow that. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, because TikTok is where I be at. I love TikTok so much. I'm going to be doing a little mini version of this video over there. And follow me on Instagram as well, Mystic Body Soul. Yeah, you guys can find me at Mystic Body Soul now. I changed it up a little bit, just so that everything was all cohesive and all on the same page. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down in the comment box below. Like I said, if anybody is having any sort of questions that they need about their spiritual journey or ideas, anything that they feel like they can't talk to anybody else about, my emails is currently open. If you guys just want to like chat and talk a little bit, share your ideas. I think it's always very important for people to feel like their voice can be heard by someone. And I love being that person. So go ahead and hit me up if you guys have, any questions about that. As always, one love and light. Every day is Earth Day. Namaste.